Hello, I'm going to talk about using your RD-2000 by Roland as a MIDI controller for the iPad Sunday Keys app. Alright, here's a skinny of it. I went through all the settings, and essentially, as of now, you'll only be able to use one slider to send a signal to Sunday Keys app. Well, you can use all the sliders, but it's going to send the exact same channel message to Sunday Keys. So essentially, it's just one slider. And you'll be able to use all 8 dials to send a different signal to Sunday Keys. If you wanted to, you could add a expression pedal to send another signal to Sunday Keys, but I'll do that in another video. All right, if I saved you some time, maybe see you in another video. God bless you. For the rest of us, we'll dive into it and talk about the nuances and different settings you need set. It gets confusing sometimes, but I'll show you what I know. So pretend like you just turned it on. Choose a patch you don't care about, or a program that you don't care about editing and saving. I'll choose this one. Go into the basics. Red means internal settings or internal sounds. Green means a MIDI signal will be sent. Next, in order to send a MIDI signal, you're going to want to press select until you show a sign. Same goes for the sliders. Press a sign. Now I'm going to show you Sunday Keys settings. Settings. Press MIDI. And down here it'll show you if you're getting a MIDI signal and what signal it is. For example, if I do this slider, it's going to be control channel 10 on channel 4. That's a value. Let's see, what's another nuance? This drives me bonkers, but let's say you're editing a zone on the internal sound and you wanted to make an adjustment. I'm going to go back and forth between these two. It does not change or does not send a signal to Sunday Keys. What you have to do is select a zone that has MIDI. So I'm going to go back and forth between these two. And as you can see, it now sends a signal. So that's one of the nuances. Got to remember if you're going to use it as a MIDI controller. What's next? Let's go into the RD-2000 settings. So by default, the RD-2000 does this interesting MIDI sequence where it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it restarts 1, 2, 3, 4 for 5, 6, 7, 8. So to change that, press menu, one of the zones, doesn't matter. And this has the zones on the far left, and this has the channel that you're going to be sending out a signal from. Yeah, let's see here. Going up to the top, like I said. So since it's MIDI, it's going to be dark like that. 1, 2, 3, 4 corresponds with 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get to 5, it restarts to 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you are selecting a specific channel, that's where this comes into play. I have all channels available to receive, so it doesn't make a difference for me. But that is a setting to be considerate of. Alright, here I'm going to show you what I'm talking about as far as you can only use one slider. So I'm going to press shift and move the slider, and you can see that it has control channel 10 panning as the signal that's going to be sent. For example, I'm going to move it around, and there, channel 10, it's on channel 4, control channel you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so let's say I'm going to go back and forth between these two. So you see the channel moving, but the message is still 10. So I can press shift and do the slider on another channel, but it's going to be the same. Here, I'll do it again. I'm going to select it to, not that, I'm going to select this slider. It's still control channel 10. Do it again with this guy. Nope, this slider, still 10. So that's why I'm saying it only sends, you can only use one slider. All right, now to use the dials, to adjust the dials, I need another hand. Let me pause it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the shift button and I'm going to spin one of these dials. Give me a second. All right, I press the shift, spun the dial, and it brings me to this page. And this is where I can adjust the channel or the signal that I want to send out. Whether it go up, down. Let's see. So right now it's by default it's going to be channel 14, 15, 16 up to 21. You can go to a website, the Roland page, and come up. This is called MIDI implementation chart. So it shows you, let's see, here's your channel, and here's what's going to be sent. So some of them are going to be pretty standard. You don't want to step on another foot. For example, 11, I use 11 a lot. If I'm using my foot pedal as an expression pedal, I don't want to be assigning something to control channel 11. So just be careful of that. But that, again, that MIDI implementation chart is what you can search on Google to find out where your open zones are. 16 through 19, it looks like, 80 through 83. Anyways, putting that on your radar. If there's something else that I'm missing, let me know, but that is a short of how you can use your RD-2000. Oh, I almost forgot. You can also use you can press shift and use these mod wheels. You can adjust the control channel to the mod wheels as well. Cool. I can't think of much else. Yeah, let me know if you have some questions. Peace. Love ya.